Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Dark Souls 2. This is going to be episode 7, and in this episode we're going to be trying to go after the first Grey Soul boss of this game. So I will be skipping another optional boss, and I do apologize for that, but I also have a really good reason to do so. So first of all, this is not the first time attempting to record this episode. Several very terrible things have happened, and basically I've died a lot to an area that I'll show you. Probably one of the most difficult areas in the game to get past, and I'll show you why in just a second. But first of all, if you don't have a silver cat ring, I'd recommend to buy one from this cat right here, or you can additionally just set up a ladder by talking to this guy, and we rescued him in the last episode, and if you want to know how to do that, watch the last episode. But I did set up a ladder. I kind of goofed because you don't need to set up a ladder. I was like, I'm just gonna save money on the silver cat ring. But then I realized that this ladder skips an optional boss that I wanted to do. But the problem with the optional boss that we're going to be skipping, which is called the Royal Rat Vanguard, it's a really easy boss, and I was like, I'm just going to do it for the souls and all. The problem with the Royal Rat Vanguard is it's in a major PvP area, and I must be like online at a really hot time of the day to be playing Dark Souls 2 or something, because I was getting summoned to other people's games constantly and I wasn't able to make any progress in the area. So eventually I just said screw it. You can just go offline on Steam, and then you won't get summoned to other people's games, but I don't know, I didn't really want to go through all the hassle. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to come straight down here. You can either buy a ladder or you can just jump down yourself all the way to this area here. Are we going to get to kill this crystal lizard? Oh no, we didn't get him. Okay, so this is the area that I was talking about earlier that is one of the hardest areas in the game. And it might not look that bad. It might look like, oh, there's just a stream. And the problem with this area is, first of all, you want a silver cat ring equipped because there is a bit of a drop here. And you'll save a lot of health if you have the ring versus not having the ring. We're also going to try to jump over there and grab this chest, and if we don't get the chest, we're just going to have to freaking book it, and I'll show you guys why. But we do get the chest, which is good. So, that jump is kind of hard to make sometimes. I got it this time, though, which is good. We get the Ash Knuckle Ring, which I believe increases petrification resistance, yeah. It's kind of handy if you want to fight the optional boss, because there's a lot of rats that petrify you. And honestly, right now, I am terrified, because as soon as we drop down, there is going to be zombies that jump at you, they hit the ground in a very large radius, and if that explosion hits you, it does a ton of damage, and it knocks you to the ground, and it stun locks you. And since there's multiple zombies, if you get hit by an explosion, you're pretty much dead. You can fight them, but not really with a rapier. You need to have a weapon that has a very large swing radius, or you need to have spells. I don't have either, so pretty much the only way of dealing with this area is running past them. I have tried many times, and I've died many times. So we'll do a couple more attempts in this video, and hopefully we won't... Oh, we got past the first guy. Alright, so that was the hardest part. Oh, I can't believe I got hit there. That was the hardest part right there, is getting past that first guy, because you run very slow in the water, and we actually got past him, which I'm surprised. I'm very surprised we did that. That only took like 5 attempts. So for me personally, that's like probably the hardest area in the game. I think I've died more there by far than anywhere else. But we got past it, and I'm very relieved right now. And we get to move on to the next area, which is beautiful, because I was getting really sick and tired of dying to those dumb zombies. Because I only have 20 health. I only have 20 points in my vigor stat at the moment, which pretty much means I just get one hit by those fools. So it was difficult. It was very difficult, to say the least. Can we drop down here? Yeah, I think we can. That's not too far of a fall. We won't even take any damage thanks to our silver cat ring, which is nice. Alright, so we're gonna move on to another area. We got a token of spite there, which I think is it's what you get if you go into that PvP area that I talked about and then you like kill someone, I think. I don't know. I'm not completely sure. I haven't done much PvP in this game. But we're going to go into an area that a lot of people hate, which is called the gutter. And I'll admit, this area isn't really all that fun when you first do it. Just because the area is very dark, as you might be able to tell. And I have the brightness all the way on max, as high as it will go in this game, and it's still incredibly dark. So for this area, we will need to light a torch. Now, this area is really linear. It might not seem very linear, because there are like a bunch of different paths that you can take for items and such. There are some decent items that you can get in this area. The Great Club is a very powerful weapon if you have a strength build. That is an item that you get in this area, so if you want to, you can, you know, collect all the items in this area and get some decent stuff. We're not going to do that because admittedly, even though the gutter is not that bad and I know the path to get through it now. Oh, come on. This rapier is kind of failing. I'm going to have to use targeting just to hit enemies with it because it doesn't have a very wide swing radius. I do know the path to get through the gutter because I've done it like a couple times now, so we should be completely fine. But at the same time, it's still not a very fun area to progress through, so I'd rather just get it done as fast as possible. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're not going to be spending too much time here. We're just going to be going through it as fast as possible. And getting on to the first Great Soul boss of the game that we're going to fight thus far. Alright, so I'm going to light torches just in case I die. Excuse me, just in case I die, and the main easiest way to die in this area is probably by falling off. Because if you do, it's a very long drop to the bottom, and the Silver Cat Ring won't save you with that far of a drop. So that's the easiest way to die here, probably by far. Also, there's these poison statues that spit at you, and because of those, I probably want to equip my poison bite ring. I don't know, it doesn't help that much, and I think I would rather, you know, keep all the rings that I have on at the moment, because they are all pretty useful. We're also going to run into a dog, if you want to call it that here. And this dog can be really annoying if you get hit by him. He does a lot of damage. In the past, I've had like magic and spells here, which makes dealing with these dogs really easy. So I don't have that right now, so we're going to see how it's going to go here, fighting this guy. Come on, swing at me, swing at me. Swing at me! He just doesn't want to for some reason. There we go. Can I get the backstab on the dog? I think it's possible to do that. How is he still alive? He has no health. Literally no health. Whatever. We killed him. We don't have to fight a boss or anything until we find our next bonfire, so it's not that big of a deal if we use Estus here. We're also going to pick up a Dark Pyromancy Flame here, which you can use to cast Pyromancy. The advantage of that is it does more damage if you're hollow. But for it to be better than the regular Pyromancy Flame, you have to be like really hollow. Oh, there's a summon sign here. No, get down. I want to summon this guy. Sure, I've never seen a summon sign in the gutter before. I guess someone already used that. Alright, whatever. Well, we didn't need him for a boss or anything, but it would be kind of nice just to like help kill the dogs and stuff. To have another person. We should be fine on our own, but I have never seen a summon sign down here before. And honestly, once you get past the first couple areas of the game, I almost never see summon signs whatsoever. It's extremely rare to see them, in my experience anyway. And I think because that is, for one, I'm playing the normal Dark Souls 2, and I think most people that are still playing Dark Souls 2 are just playing Scholar of the First Sin. And for 2, I'm usually like really high leveled for the areas that I go in. And I think getting summoned is somewhat based on your level. But yeah, it has been a while since we've seen any summon signs, and get used to that. That's going to become the new normal. So we're going to light this fire right here. And these fires are handy just to kind of like tell you where you've gone so far. I want to destroy this urn without rolling down. So we're going to pick up a Soul of a Nameless Soldier. Not a very important item to pick up. And oh, there's poison dudes. Is this the way to go? This is not the way to go. Alright, it's very easy to get confused in this place, and we're poisoned, which is just great. And also the poison masks that shoot you stagger you as well, which is just adding insult to injury, honestly. I think we have to, yeah, we just have to drop down here. Okay, that was really easy. And, oh man, come on. You can destroy these poison mask guys, which I would probably recommend doing, honestly. Oh, I forgot about this zombie guy. You gotta watch out for him. I think there may be another explosive zombie as well, but just be very, very careful with the explosive zombies when it comes to bridges. Because if they knock you off, you're gonna die. So that's one thing to keep in mind. There's going to be another dog here at the other end of this bridge. I'm not sure if he's going to follow me all the way across the bridge. He may lose... Yeah, he does lose aggression. And what that means is we can actually use, like, ranged weapons in order to kill him. I've never, like, done this area without magic or without being very, very powerful before. We'll try using Hexing Urns, just because I haven't really used these items or found much use for them in the past, so that completely failed. I guess you have to be really, really close to use a Hexing Urn. Okay, well, we have a zombie coming after us, or a hollow, I should say. I'm sorry. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! I was not expecting that dog to sneak up behind me. Alright, well. That's a death in the gutter, which is one of the worst places to die, because it means you have a long, long meandering path to get back. We could go repair our Ring of Life Protection, and if I was smart or intelligent in any sort of way, I would probably do that. But we have tons of humanity, and we also have, you know, not that many souls. So if I die, you know, it's gonna be annoying losing 10,000 souls, but it's also not like the end of the world or anything. So I think we're just gonna go for it because I don't want to like go all the way back to Majula right now. So we'll pick up this, which is poison throwing knives. We might be able to use those against some of these dogs. That might be nice. The dogs are probably by far the most dangerous enemies in this area. Alright, so we can run and jump, and if we failed that jump, that's, you know, one of the easier ways to die in the gutter. So you probably want to avoid dying in that fashion, if at all possible. You can go up here and there's like a chest, but I think you have to have the King's Ring to activate it. Something like that. We'll go ahead and equip our Poison Bite ring. I did sell some of the rings that we're not going to use, so that's why I don't have very... Oh, I forgot about that fall. That's why we don't have very many rings right now. I'm just going to attempt to run past this dog. Where do I have to go? Oh yeah, up here. So hopefully this dog doesn't get me. He got me. And also there's this hollow taking pot shots at me as well. I've never had this much trouble going through the gutter before, but at the same time, going through the gutter I've always had like much more powerful, you know, spells or weapons, and it has made enemies much, much easier to deal with. Okay, should be past your aggro range. You should just go back now. Yeah, there you go. Go back, and I'm going to attempt to run past this dog and quickly climb up that ladder. And we might just have to run through a lot of this gutter, and that's going to be like by far the best way to deal with it, just because I don't have the equipment to kill these dogs very easily whatsoever. Alright, so we're going to climb up this stairway here. And are there any hollows? There are a couple. Alright. There is an area that you can like jump to skip some of the gutter, and that would be nice. Oh, we don't want to fall down there. There is a bridge that you can jump to, and it does require some platforming in order to get it. I'll point that out. It's right here. If you want to jump to that bridge over there, you can save yourself some time. But that's also very risky, because if you fall, you die. So if you're willing to take that risk, go for it, by all means. We just have to keep in mind that as soon as we drop down, this dog is probably going to come after us. So we got to watch out for that. The dog can drop down, which I had never had happen before, but we just had it happen to us, so apparently it can happen. Okay, the explosive zombie is going to come across this bridge. We'll just stab him, and we're going to make a run for it now. I do not want to deal with that dog very much. Oh, where do we go? Where do we go? This way, I believe. Okay, there's a hollow coming down, so that means I can't go down. But we'll kill him, and I will attempt to climb up here, but we're getting staggered by this poison, so that's easier said than done. The hollow is going to come up the ladder. Or maybe he's not. Alright, well, maybe we're outside of the hollow's aggression range, but normally that hollow will come up the ladder after you, so... Or a hollow. If it's close enough to you, it will come up a ladder after you, so you gotta watch out for that. Okay, we'll stab this guy dead. I don't think there's an explosive zombie that runs across this bridge, but if there is one, we're just gonna have to time our stab perfectly, or otherwise we're gonna be in a world of hurt. We'll set this alight, and we're very, very close to the fog gate. I'm going to attempt to run past this dog here, and he will follow us for a little while, but hopefully not too far. Alright, so we do have to drop down here, and I really don't want to die to this dog. I'm just going to run a bit farther on here, and the reason for that is I'm trying to get the other hollows and such to stop chasing me. Okay, we're going to try to get through this fog gate. If the dog hits me, I'm screwed, but it looks like we made it, which is perfect. Alright, so now we can climb down ladders. And now that we've got to the fog gate, the rest of this area is much, much easier. So we can just climb down ladders, and there will be a few more hollows to deal with, but I believe we're out of all the dogs and stuff like that, so I'm really, really happy to say that. Okay. Oh, there's some hollows. So you gotta watch out for these guys. They can be a sketch fest. Some of them have like dark infused weapons as well. So just roll past here, and I'm just gonna make a dash for it, honestly. Run into the next area because we're almost at the next bonfire. I never want to go back through that gutter again anytime soon. Again, there are a few like decent weapons there, like the Great Club, for example. I don't know of any other items that are like absolutely essential. We're gonna rest here. But, you know, if you want to pick up some stuff in the gutter, there are some decent things that you can get. Okay, so this area is also very sketchy. Now, there are some enemies here that you can kill that have very good drops. They drop, like, higher tiered Titanite items. There's also a lot of stuff here. There's some giants that you can kill for a giant soul, which is needed for fighting some of the... one of the later bosses in the game, one of the later optional bosses in the game, I should say. Overall, the enemies in this area just have good drops, so if you're interested in that, feel free to clear out this area before. I have cleared it out before. So if you want to do that, like, go for it. By all means, go ahead. But we are going to just... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, man, I'm probably dead here. Yep. Alright, well, at the very least, we unlocked the bonfire. And since we did die there, we're gonna go hollow and lose our souls. But overall, if you don't get caught by those enemies, the goal here is just gonna, like, run through everything and get to the end. You know, that's the goal here. And when you get poisoned, it stun locks you. Getting stun locked is obviously super annoying. Because then, no, I'm trying to roll past these guys. I want to retrieve my souls if I can. The giant worms are irritating at best. I'm almost to the next bonfire. I'm so close. Just run. Run, run, run. Okay, we made it. I'm kind of surprised that we did, to be completely honest. But there's another bonfire back here, which is really easy to miss. So I'm glad it's even called the Hidden Chamber Bonfire, so that just goes to show, you know, maybe this bonfire is a little bit hidden, maybe it is a bit tricky to get to. Also, there's a Ferris Loxodon, but again, there's like, this area seems really small and really insignificant, but there is a lot of stuff that you can do down here. You might be able to see it, but there's like a ledge that you can drop down there, and you can talk to, Astiel again, or Lucatiel, that's her name. You can talk to Lucatiel again, and if you talk to her, then you can summon her for the boss fight, if you want to do that. Typically I would recommend not doing that, just because if you use her in the boss fight, then the boss for this area will have twice as much health, or will take 50% less damage. It's one of the two. I've never been like completely sure. Do we not have any lightning pine resin? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. I think I might want to go back. No, we haven't unlocked the trader that sells lightning pine resin yet. We'll try the magic pine resin, I guess, or the magic aromatic ooze against the boss in this area. We'll try that and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so just roll down here and we're almost to the boss door. If we could just not get poisoned, we got poisoned. But I'll take a slight chill here before we actually go into the boss itself. I'll pop a couple life gems. Now we're about to fight the Rotten, which is the first Great Soul boss that we're going to be facing in this game. And this guy is really, really easy. I'm just waiting for the poison here to wear off before we actually enter the fight. And then I'm going to apply some aromatic ooze, and then we can actually enter in this fog gate. And we are hollow here for the first time in the game, so because I didn't bother to go back and fix that Ring of Life protection. So I hope I'm going to be able to first try this guy. The main problem with this boss is patience, because if you have patience with this boss and you just take the time to dodge his attacks, he's really not that bad. But by far the easiest way to die is if you do not have patience. So I took a smack there right to the shield, so I'm just waiting for my endurance to recharge. Or my... Okay, he's going for the 3-hit combo here a couple times, which staggers me, because that takes up all of my stamina bars, so that's really annoying. Oh, man. Alright, well, this might take a couple attempts just because I am completely off on the timing of dodging some of these attacks. Which is fine. If it takes a couple attempts, you know, it's not the end of the world. Because at the very least, the best part about this boss is he is right next to a bonfire. So, you know, if you die, you can run right back, and it's really, really easy to get back to this boss fight. And, again, he's pretty easy once you get the timing down. Just get a couple stabs in with this rapier. Okay, this is the best attack here, when he vomits. Okay, well, you got staggered there, but if that last hit me, that would have hurt. Wouldn't have killed me, I don't think, but it would have definitely done quite a bit of damage. So I think we're getting better with some of the timing on this attack. Okay, we just... Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm dead from that, because he knocked me into the fire. It killed me. I tried to back off from that attack, obviously, but the problem is the dark magic, you got to dodge roll back twice, and I only dodge rolled back once. If you don't dodge roll twice, you're going to get hit by it, because it has a super, super long range. Alright, well, attempt number 2, I still got one more aromatic ooze, so as long as we make it on this attempt and don't die, we should be fine. Oh, don't get hit, please, don't get poisoned, Okay, sweet. We did not get poisoned. One other thing that we could probably try is using a green blossom, and this will just cause our stamina to recharge much faster. And one other thing I should probably mention is this is by far the lowest leveled I've ever been when fighting the Rotten before, so yeah, I expect this fight to be a little bit more challenging than it has been in the past for me, just because I've never tried fighting this guy with so little stamina and so little health before. So I'm gonna at least get our souls back, so we'll have those back. But you know, again, the dodge roll timing, if you get that, you should be completely fine. I dodge roll through all 3 of those attacks. Not wanting to toot my own horn, but that's easier said than done. Alright, so I know that one thing is kind of interesting for speedruns. A lot of times people will like farm this boss and kill him a bunch of times using like bonfire aesthetics, because he gives a bunch of souls as you increase the difficulty of the game. And that's like one of the faster ways to complete... Oh man, I was a bit too early on that dodge. I'm going to need to Estus here, just to make sure we don't get one hit. I think we should have enough health where getting one hit won't be a problem. I believe so, anyway. Don't quote me on that. Luckily, the rapier hits fast enough that it's pretty easy to get 2 hits off. I thought that was part of his 3-hit combo, so I was being a bit cautious there. But overall, as you can tell... Oh, no, get back to... Oh, no. Man, that's bad. Luckily, that doesn't one-hit us, so we're okay. We're still alive. And honestly, we're not doing that much less damage without the aromatic ooze, so even if I do, like, end up dying or something here... Uh-oh. Alright, we did not get hit by that dark attack. That's good. That's positive. Took that one right to the shield. I am holding up the shield, so in case I miss the dodge rolls... Oh, man. I really thought I could have avoided that one. Oh, well. In case I miss a dodge roll, which, you know, as you can tell, I'm not getting every single one here, but far from it. Yeah, they'll hit on the shield if I miss too late rather than too early. If I dodge roll too early, I'll get hit, but if I dodge roll too late, I'll take the damage on the shield of all of his blockable attacks anyway. I think we should be okay in this fight as long as I don't just get too impatient. We should be able to get through this. And one other thing that I should mention is having 20 adaptability, which I do have, really... Oh, no. That's the one attack I really don't know how to dodge for the Rotten. Is that, the Dark Magic Blade. His other Dark Magic attack, pretty easy. Dark Magic Blade, where he shoots magic out of his blade and he kind of aims towards you. I'm not very good at dodging that one. But we got through it on the second attempt, which I say is decent. And one thing you want to make sure to do is come into here and open up this chest. Very, very important. Because if you don't pick this up, you're going to be hurting. So that's some more Sublime Bone Dust, which just upgrades the Estus Flask a little bit more, makes it a little bit more effective. We'll go ahead and light this Primal Bonfire, which is the first Primal Bonfire of the game that we have lit, which is awesome. And we're going to go ahead and return to the Farfire, which will put us back in Majula, I think, and we're going to level up some. I have talked a lot about going to a spellcasting build, and we will eventually get there, but now that I've spent a bit more time, now that we've spent a bit more time, you know, looking at the stats and all, now that I have spent a bit more time looking at the stats and all, I think we're going to want to hold off on that a little bit. And I have been using the Rapier a lot, so I'll continue to level up Dexterity, because the Rapier scales very well with Dexterity. And also that Sublime Bone Dust, what you do with that is you just burn that here, and that will upgrade our Estus Flask, so it will heal more. I do know one place where we can get some Sublime Bone Dust without having to fight a boss or anything, which is in the Huntsman's Copse, but it's just really annoying to get to. So there is 5 Sublime Bone Dust total in the game, or at least if you're playing the base Dark Souls 2, not if you're playing the Scholar of the First Sin Edition. There's 5 total, and you can only use 5. And we'll be getting 4 of them eventually. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. We got the first Great Soul, and we need 3 more before we can move on to the final stage of the game. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Farewell.